So this one's called "So I Turned My Voice into an Anime Waifu Using Chatgpt and AI." Let's see what this is about. This should be funny.
Thank you for saving my life.
私の命を救ってくれてありがとう。
大丈夫ですよ。
He's like, Shingo! I think I just proven that like no matter how socially inept you are, you can just use the AI to speak for you. This is insane. Yup, I managed to make whatever I say appear as if it was being said by an anime waifu. And I'm gonna show you how I did it. If you guys haven't seen the first part of this series where I abused ChatGPT for my dumb ideas, I used it to begin coding out an AI
I love
chatbot like
ChatGPT.
Neuro-sama, with the added functionality of being aware of the game it's playing.
If you're not using ChatGPT to help you create content, you're doing it wrong. That's all I'm saying.
Specifically Apex Legends. However, that's a work in progress and still in its early stages of development. During my research, I came across a couple of interesting applications that could be integrated with the AI chatbot. So I decided to conduct a mini experiment to test these out. You guys already had a small glimpse of what we'll be building in the intro. So let's start off with text-to-speech. There are many types of text-to-speech engines out there, however most of them either sound too boring
Hello, I am Jessica. I would like to briefly introduce
or kept behind a paywall. I wanted something free of charge, yet had enough emotional variety to tread the line between a robot and a human voice. Luckily, during one of my daily research routines where I watched a bunch of VTuber clips, I managed to find what I was looking for. Shigure Ui, someone who actually started off as an illustrator that draws art of VTubers but had so much charm and personality that she became a VTuber herself. In one of her streams, she actually lets her chat speak on stream through a particular text-to-speech program, and it was
God, you know what this means, boys? You know what this means? There's gonna be guys sitting behind the screen creating waifu VTuber characters going live using ChatGPT for voiceover. And they're gonna have big, long, hairy dicks. And you're gonna see people in the chat simping over these guys. Oh my god, this is getting bad, bro. I don't know if I can do it.
as entertaining as you would expect.
俺の彼女になれ。
原で草。確かに。
俺たちがし
Oh my
違い
god.
ますけど。
俺こそがしぐれウイだ。みちゃんには弱なのだ。ダーコザ。
いや、まあちゃんと言ってますから。
And that's how you bait a bunch of programming nerds into watching a VTuber clip. My work here is done, you guys can kick off the video now. I was pretty impressed with this text-to-speech system, so I digged a little further and found the app that Shigure used in her stream, VoiceVox, an open source, deep learning text-to-speech
I've heard of
synthesizer
VoiceVox.
software. And you know what? It's free. Oh my god, yes, finally. Since it's a Japanese developed product, everything is pretty much in Japanese. It has a wide variety of voices to choose from, so I listened to every single type of them, including every single version, multiple times. Nope, I'm not joking. In the end, I chose Moshiko's voice because it sounded the best out of all the choices. You can customize the exact pitch or intonation
God.
of every syllable to make it sound extra realistic. However, if we want the chatbot to speak on the fly, we won't have the luxury to use this feature, so the text-to-speech will simply sound a little off at times. While you can use the application by typing in the Japanese text that you want it to say, we want to generate the voice using pure programming skills. So we will be running VoiceVox in a Docker container and interacting with it via its API. For those of you who aren't familiar with Docker, just imagine it as a mini virtual machine that runs a single application. And if you aren't familiar with what a virtual machine is, it's just a mini PC inside your PC.
Right.
And if you aren't familiar with now the documentation are also in Japanese, and even though I can technically translate it to scuffed English, I have to admit something guys, I can't read documentation. Whenever I face a bug, for some reason I can spend hours looking at the documentation and not come any closer to finding the solution. So like any anime protagonist faced with an almost impossible situation, I look to the only option available, my friends. One of which is an ML expert, which I may end up asking for more help in the future if I ever want to train my own waifu chatbot. I also consulted a reverse engineering expert who has a special skill to glance at any documentation and immediately understand how to use an entire system. And so with the power of friendship, they managed to decipher and find out that we need to first make a request to build the initial query JSON data with configurations like volume, intonation, speed or pitch, which can then be passed as post data into a second post request, which will synthesize an audio file which basically contains our voice for the AI.
Oh my god. You already know though that this AI shit's gonna get more advanced, obviously, and it's gonna be to the point where you don't have to do all this complex shit that he's doing right now. Eventually, it's just gonna be to the point you just speak in the mic and you sound like a woman. It's gonna make baiting simps so much easier for VTubers now. Well, from this point on.
With the power of friendship, we are able to create a function that takes in some Japanese text and outputs an anime waifu's voice. I guess the real Chatgpt was the friends we made along the way. Now the next application I wanted to test is a speech recognition software, and OpenAI, the same developers that brought you ChatGPT, actually made one called Whisper AI. Now this seems extremely powerful, with its ability to decipher speech with heavy accents, with a third of their dataset being non-English, thus allowing it to translate speech even if it's in another language. Just like how we placed our VoiceVox application into a Docker container and interacted with it via API, someone else actually did the same thing and created the Docker image for it, so we can run it and interact with it in the same way that we do with VoiceVox. Pretty impressive stuff. But for now, let's just see how we can use it to convert my speech to text. Usually in-game, there's a push to talk button that you can hold down to speak to your teammates. I want to repurpose this functionality such that my Python application will listen to my mic when I hold down this key, save whatever I say into an audio file, which I can then pass to Whisper AI. Now I know ChatGPT is probably feeling a little lonely after all this while, so I decided to give it a chance to code this part of our application. And so the back and forth of providing it the error I face and ChatGPT providing a solution occurs for about a few times before it finally works. Now, if you have been paying attention up to this point in the video, you'll probably have a pretty decent idea of how everything is gonna come together in our mini experiment. There's just one final piece of the puzzle to solve. VoiceVox takes—
At least the code doesn't look too complex. It looks just like it's in C or C#. I could be wrong though.
in Japanese text as input to generate our waifu's voice. However, if you try to pass it English text, it comes out like this. So, VoiceVox is only able to take in Japanese, and me, speaking into Whisper AI, will only generate English text. So we need a middleman, another AI translator in between these two AI. I can't believe this dumb project is made out of 3 different types of AI. I tested a bunch of different translators like Google and ended up picking DeepL since it generates the most natural and conversational sounding Japanese rather than the rigid and formal ones that the others produce. So I signed up for a free plan that allows for a free 500,000 words per month. Plenty for this video, got my API key, and finally we have our entire pipeline set up. So now if I hold down the F key and say something like, "Hey everyone, remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe to my channel," Python will record my voice from my microphone and save it to an audio file, pass this file to Whisper AI, which analyzes the audio to generate what I said in English text, send this text to the DeepL API, and receive the Japanese translation. Now pass this text to the VoiceVox API,
that shit's crazy.
receive the audio file with our waifu voice, and play it.
皆さん、ビデオにいいねを残して私のチャンネルを購読するのを忘れないでください。
Alright, now let's finally take this out for a test run. Guys,
The only thing is, this is gonna obviously become more of a thing and become more advanced to where they're gonna have multiple languages, not just Japanese.
it's happening. Let's see if this
This
works.
is
I look
fucking
forward
crazy.
to-
Imagine being a VTuber and you win an award and you show up to the award ceremony for streamers, and you're a fucking dude who has a waifu VTuber character that sounds like a chick. And you just look like you have the biggest, hairiest dick in the room. That shit would be hilarious, bro.
To working with you.
よろしくお願いします。よろしくお願いします。
You have a very weird voice.
ずいぶん変な声ですね。
あなたもね。
Thanks.
ありがとうございます。
It's organic, we're having conversations.
my
By the way,
god.
my Apex is lagging really badly. I got a slight feeling that my Python program in the more true loop is using up a lot of my resources. No, actually no, that's just my Wi-Fi, right? That's just my ping. Oh yeah, and also the reason why I'm so quiet right now, my brother is with his friends at home and I'm just like in my room closing the door. If they find out I'm freaking recording a YouTube video, I don't know, I'll just delete my whole channel or something. Wait up for us, we're still quite far behind.
私たちのためではなく、まだかなり遅れているのです。
I think it messed up.
なんて
Never mind.
ネバーマインド。
Oh, what the hell?
Oh my
Sorry,
god.
my AI is a bit
This is
broken.
great, bro.
すみません、私の AI は少し壊れています。
And also the reason why I'm saying it like so slowly, trying to pronounce everything properly is because I'm afraid
どこ行き
whisper.
ます
Wait, it's actually a go? What the hell? Anywhere is fine.
どこでもいい、どこでもいい。
It's so scuffed, but it's working. I'll follow you.
ついていくよ。
We're having a proper conversation. You guys can literally do this, okay? If you guys don't know much like Japanese, you can just literally run this code. It will automatically translate everything for you, right? But I think it's a slight issue. I'm lagging so bad.
This is
I think
fucking
it's
great.
either the server or it's the Python program that's using up my resources. I'm not too sure which one it is. Okay, from here on, I'll be cutting out my own voice since there's no point for you guys to hear the same thing being said twice. And who wants to hear my shitty voice, right? Like, I'm sure you guys prefer the waifu's voice.
リングに駆け込もう。
わかったよ。
Okay, the Valkyrie is a guy.
とてもいい声をしていますね。
ありがと
I think that the lifeline is actually a girl when she used the mic.
どういたしまして。
You know what? Maybe I'll try explaining what I'm doing to them. This is quite a long sentence.
実は私は外国人なのですが、AI を使って日本語に訳しているのです。
すごいですね。
ありがとうございます。感謝感激です。
Kansha Kangeki, that's what the freak is that?
う。感謝感激です。
お二人を信じて私を運んでください。
Because I'm freaking lagging, like honestly. Holy shit.
At least he came clean about it. He's like, "Hey, look, I'm actually just a foreigner, and I'm using this AI for this." I wouldn't have told anybody, to be honest. I would have just seen how far I could go with it.
What is this lag?
お願い、死なないで。
Alright, you died. I'm dead. I believe in you.
私はあなたを信じます。
What the hell? Did we do it? You were amazing. Oh wait, I think it crashed. Wait, I actually need to check it. Hold on. Oh, it freaking broke. Okay, I'll read this shit later.
ヒール、ありがとうございました。
大丈夫ですよ。
あなたも一緒なら何でもできると思っています。
ああいうフロム
Oh, I think it can translate. I think Whisper and Voice Fox can do this.
シンガポール、
おお。
なぜそんなに驚いているのですか。
シンガポール行ったことあります。
This is crazy.
強い。
Wait, it just stopped. That's
めっ
weird.
ちゃ強い。
ありがとうございました。また、とても強い方ですね。
I think it messed up a bit. Whatever. He is very low. Wait, I think it'll translate wrong. Really.
彼はとても低い位置にいます。
The Japanese said that he was in a very low position, which is, I guess.
みんなで一緒に上を目指そう。
Well, Misaso, what the hell, bro? Okay, I'll let them kill them.
すごい。
Yeah, man, he won the game.
GG ナイスゲーム。
あなたたちはすごい。あなたたちは
And
とて
he
も
won the game.
Thank you.
Thank you。
一緒に遊んでくれてありがとうございました。
ありがとう。
バイバイ。
I played absolutely out of my mind for the amount of lag I experienced. Okay, wait, let's actually check out like the issues with the bot. Like it broke somewhere. Beepbell actually impressed me so much. Like most of this is actually pretty conversational Japanese. Yep, and it properly translated Singapore into katakana Singapore. Oh yeah, and it also translated heel into hiru, which is fine, you know, not a bad translation. Oh yeah, and it's cool that the girl, the lifeline, the fact that she has been to Singapore, I thought was such a cool coincidence. Oh, and this one, this is the one that's really funny. He is very low. Kare wa totemo hikui like position. It's like he's in a very low position. I mean, yeah, it makes sense. He's very low in normal context. You would think that he's in a very low position, which is why I think DeepL translated it like this. This is a very gaming slang term, so I should not have said it like that. I should have said something like he is in a very low health or something like that. Well, that was an experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Honestly, if you guys have seen my other videos where I play with random Japanese players, some of which are actually VTubers, you know I don't really need this AI translator to talk to them, but maybe I can open source the code so you guys can use it to play in the Tokyo servers. And not just Apex, you can use it in other games like Valorant as well. However, I'll probably need a way to translate any Japanese voice chat to English and display that to the user so you guys will understand what they're saying. I'm only just realizing that this project actually has the ability to overcome the language barrier between English and Japanese speaking people, huh? And this was just meant to be a mini side project to test out a couple of AI that I found. Well, if you guys want to see the next update to this project, you know what to do.
皆さん、ビデオにいいねを残して私のチャンネルを購読するのを忘れないでください。
All right. Yeah, so like I was saying, he was just using this as a project to, you know, just test it out, playing as like a social experiment in a video game with other people. But this honestly, this is just the beginning, guys. We're going to see males, probably a lot of males, using this with VTuber accounts, streaming and using this waifu Chatgpt AI voiceover bullshit to fucking suck all these simps in and donate them hundreds of dollars, bro, if not thousands. I can see it happening. It's gonna definitely happen. And as the AI advances more and more, we're going to see it become better and easier to do, obviously. Hey guys, if you like the video, make sure you head over to the page, hit that like button, scroll over, smash that subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get notified for future video drops, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.